today we are making easy fried rice. And for this fried rice, we're going to do an option with chicken, but you can also make it without chicken. That's perfectly fine as well. So some of the ingredients that you're going to need for this are some toasted sesame oil. You can use toasted or just normal. Some soy sauce. You'll want to have pre-cooked white rice, and what you want to do is cook it the night before and put it in the refrigerator. That way it's cold and ready to go. You'll want some pre-cooked chicken. These are just Tyson grilled chicken strips. 2 eggs, some scallions and some garlic, some onions, pepper, salt, and oil. You can use canola oil, you can use vegetable oil. For this one, I'm just going to use olive oil here. Alright, so we are first going to start by getting our skillet nice and hot, and then we are going to add some white rice to it. Alright, so we went ahead and got our skillet, and we added the olive oil to it, and it should be nice and hot and ready to go. We're going to leave this on about a medium-high heat, and we are going to grab our pre-cooked rice and a spoon, and add that to the pan. You know what? Dump it all in there. Yep, just like that. Now we're going to break it up. Use the muscle. Make sure you get the chunks out. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit more since there's so much rice in here. We're going to go ahead and let that sit for a minute, and then we will come back and start stirring and flipping it a little bit more. Alright, so once you get all of those pieces broken up, you'll just stir this occasionally. And you want your rice to get to about a nice little round consistency. It's going to take me a little bit longer than most likely it'll take you, just because I have so much rice in this pan. But while the rice is cooking, I like to add a little bit of soy sauce to it on top of the amount they tell you later on, because I like to have additional flavors in my rice that are cooked in and not just sitting on top. So I added that, and I'm just going to mix that in. So now our rice is all good and heated up. We're going to remove it from the skillet and put it into this bowl. And do not judge me if I end up missing. I get all of this in without one piece of rice, not inside of the bowl. I am going to be very excited. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yeah. Alright. Oh, dang. Almost. Alright, we're going to set the rice to the side, and we'll come back to that later. Now what we're going to do is add some more olive oil. Just about a tablespoon or so. Add a little more. That was a little too little. And we are going to heat it up in the pan again. Heat it up on the stove, I should say. Over about medium heat. And I think I still need a little bit more olive oil. And being too excited. And then once that gets nice and hot, we're going to go ahead and add our some of our vegetables. Our onions, our scallions, and our garlic. Alright? So I'm just going to pour them all into one bowl to make it easier for dumping purposes. I think we are ready to go. so now we're gonna go ahead and add these vegetables. I love that sizzle. We're gonna cook these for about 2-3 minutes until the onions become translucent, or in other words, like a clear consistency. As you probably guessed, I did not clean this pan or use a different pan. We're using the same pan that we made the rice in. If you guys could smell this right now, you'd probably be drooling. I'm right, like that way. I was drooling. But it didn't get on the food, I promise. Alright, I think these are good to go for now. Yep, as they will cook a little bit more when we add the other ingredients. So now we are going to add some more of our rice again. And I'm not going to add all of it. You totally can if your skillet's big enough, but since my skillet isn't big enough, I'm only going to add about half of it. Half to 2/3 for right now. I think that's good. We can always add more. We are also going to go ahead and add your frozen peas and carrots at this point too. Just sprinkle those on top. And mix some more. Maybe got the edge that are trying to stick there. And if you notice you have rice and veggies that are sticking to the bottom, feel free to add a little bit more oil. Alright, so we went ahead and turned off the eye or turned them on low with our mixture of rice and everything. And we're going to go ahead and get our egg cooked. So I have 2 eggs here, and I'm going to crack them. Get them nice and whisked together. Again, you can use a fork or you can use an actual whisk. And then I'm going to take my eggs, and I already have another separate mini tiny skillet heated up with some oil in it. And I'm going to place the eggs inside. Now I'm going to use the same spoon I was using the rice and everything for. I'm going to go ahead and cook this egg, and we're going to cook it like scrambled eggs, just like how you do at breakfast time. So it's going to cook pretty quickly. So you want to make sure that you're constantly stirring, that way it doesn't get stuck to your hand and you have a huge mess to clean up later on. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. There we go. Squirm, squirm, squirm. There we go. So now it's starting to solidify. there. Now, as I'm finishing up these eggs, I'm going to make sure that I'm breaking them up into smaller pieces. That way we have a good little chunk of egg in the fried rice, and it's not just a big glob of egg in a bite. And we're gonna go ahead and turn this eye off and transfer this egg over to our rice mixture. Alright, so now that we've added our eggs, we're also going to add the chicken, which is pre-cooked. And if you need to, I'm just going to pull out these big chunks so that I can break them up a little bit before I throw them in. I like to have bite-sized pieces of chicken. That way I don't get a big glob of chicken. Break those up. Then you're also going to add soy sauce. I'm just doing it to taste. And you're going to add some sesame oil. It's also a great time to add your salt and some pepper. And mix. Now remember, this chicken's already pre-cooked. It just needs to be heated up. So our fried rice is nice and ready and steamy still. We're gonna go ahead and plate some of it. Yes. Get all of that in its deliciousness. If you wanted to, you could add some more soy sauce to it. But I'm gonna do it on there. Hot. Look at what hot. Better than takeout, my friends. Alright, we'll see you next time.